Shanti, I enjoy understanding of things on a big scale and getting a big picture. And then it always comes down to, well, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What practical thing can I use? And for me specifically, I think being a man, I think a lot of men have anger issues.
Mhm.
And to a point where it's not specific about something. There's just like something in there that something might happen, and all this, it might an inappropriate amount of anger. I feel I don't always show it, but I very much would like to deal with that, take care of that.
Yes, yes. We are neither male or female. Within each male there is female aspect, each female has male aspect. So really life is to balance. So man should cultivate emotions and feelings, and women should cultivate logic and mental strength, decision making power. Generally these are common faculties. For example, men are supposed to be macho and they are not allowed to cry. In some society it is natural, man can cry, it is accepted because you really release some of the tension. More you try to become macho, more tension you accumulate. Other thing, all the tension comes from doership. I am the doer. I am responsible for my wife and my children. I am responsible for society. And subconsciously we carry on the pressure. Then sometimes people carry on the pressure, I have to help others. And they go out helping others because they are programmed by religion and society that you should help others. So many times they are not prepared, they don't have enough strength. If they try to help others and they create disaster, like somebody who is inspired to save life and they jump in the water to save someone who is drowning, but they realize they don't know swimming themselves, will be double disaster. So many times we push ourselves doing so much unnecessarily. All the sanskaras are hidden deep inside the mind, and this is why suddenly something come up, some emotions come up, because they are all stored inside, compressed, and the right situation happens, they come out. So this is why we should cultivate positive sanskaras and we should try to destroy negative sanskaras by constant awareness and called satsang. Satsang, like classes are like satsang, workshops are like satsang. So what it does is nourishes the good plants and kills the weeds. Within our mind also we have those two qualities. If you stay in a negative environment, then you pick up those negative feelings and they accumulate and suddenly they come out. But what we have in our chitta, unconscious mind, is storehouse of impressions of our entire life and all the previous lives. So it is difficult. So this is why we have to get to know ourselves. We have to learn to forgive ourselves and regular meditation to see our nature, because to see our nature that I am consciousness rather than body and senses here. So if you stay at the level of body and senses, you usually get stimulated by the world. Situation and people can stimulate you, and if you are on the surface, you are very susceptible and you tumble. But when you are in the depth, you maintain the distance that I'm observing the world instead of being involved in the world. So if you are standing on one leg, a child can push you down. If you are standing on both feet and legs apart, you have more strength. But you are sitting down, you have more strength. And if you are lying down, you still have greater strength. So being on the surface at the level of body and senses is standing on one leg. When you get rooted more into the mind, then you get more strength into the consciousness and into the self, then nothing disturbs you. So this is like going inside. If you go inside, you act properly at right time, right place. But if you are on the surface, you react. React for which you regret later on. Because of the emotions, we react without thinking. And once you react or say something, you create the chain reaction of all negativity. So the thing is going deep inside and recognize there is no such thing as mind or emotions. They are created because of our ego, our identity. When we identify with any thought or emotions, they gain the strength. And if you ignore them, they go away. That's the thing. So ignore the thoughts, they go away. But what we do, we dwell on it and we nurture it. Like some guest, you don't invite them, they go away. Even one dentist had a sign, ignore your teeth and they will go away. So this is what it is. So thoughts don't overpower us, emotions don't overpower us, but because of our ego, we attach to them. To whatever thing or whatever situation or person we get attached, to that extent we become prisoner. So on Facebook, I wrote a couple of days ago that you want to experience freedom, be nobody and control no one. All the problems come, tensions come because we want to be someone. We want to prove someone and we want to control someone. We want to control our children, we want to control society, and we get frustrated. So really being empty, surrendering, serving selflessly. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes, so these are some of the thoughts along the line. Bottom line is, we have to connect with ourselves, spend more time to do introspection, because you cannot solve any problem by thinking or doing or following someone's advice. We have to feel it for ourselves, experience for ourselves, and then we can find the freedom.